Yo, what's up everyone? It's your name here. Have you ever dreamed of being your own boss? Owning a business that spits out cash while you sip mojitos on a beach somewhere? Sounds nice, right? Well, it can be your reality, but only if you avoid the huge financial mistakes that most first-time business buyers make. Today, I'm breaking down the ultimate 10-step due diligence checklist, specifically designed to help you avoid those costly mistakes and set yourself up for success. So grab your notepad, buckle up, and get ready to take some notes because we're about to dive deep into the world of small business acquisitions. Let's get started. Alright, before you even think about signing on the dotted line, you need to understand exactly what you're getting yourself into. We're talking about becoming an expert in the business and the overall industry. First things first, head over to Google Trends and start researching. We want to see if this industry is trending upwards or if it's going the way of the dinosaurs. Next up, let's size up the competition. Are there a ton of big players in the market? Or are we talking about a niche industry with room for growth? You want to look for businesses that have a competitive edge. And don't forget about the big picture, the economic climate. Is the industry sensitive to recessions? What about interest rates or inflation? These factors can make or break your investment. Understanding the business and the industry is like checking the weather forecast before you go sailing. Okay, now let's talk about the not-so-sexy but oh-so-important legal stuff. This is where things can get real messy, real fast if you're not careful. We're talking lawsuits, permits, licenses, the whole 9 yards. First and foremost, you need to know who you're dealing with. Are there silent partners? Is the business structured in a way that could come back to bite you later? Get everything in writing. Next up, let's talk about legal disputes. Has the business been sued before? Are there any pending lawsuits that could potentially drain the company's profits? These are huge red flags you need to be aware of. Remember, legal issues can be deal breakers. Don't skip this step. Alright, now for the part you've all been waiting for, the money. This is where the rubber meets the road, and we get to the heart of what makes a business tick financially. This is where we separate the profitable businesses from the money pits. It's crucial to understand the financial health of the business you're looking at. First things first, we need to get our hands on the financial statements. These documents are the backbone of our financial due diligence. We want the real deal audited financial statements from the past 3 to 5 years. These will give us a clear picture of the business's financial history. Next up, let's look at the profit and loss statement. This document shows us the revenue, costs, and expenses over a specific period. Is the business actually making money? This is a fundamental question that the profit and loss statement will help us answer. What are the profit margins like? Are they healthy and sustainable, or are they razor thin? Are they consistent, or are they all over the place? Consistency in profit margins is a good indicator of a stable business. Now let's dive into the cash flow statement. This is where we see the actual cash coming in and going out of the business. This is where you see how much cash the business is actually generating. Don't forget about taxes. Taxes can significantly impact cash flow. Are there any unpaid taxes or liabilities? These can be a major red flag and could indicate financial mismanagement. Has the business been audited by the IRS? An IRS audit can uncover hidden issues that might not be apparent at first glance. These are all red flags you need to be aware of. Remember, numbers don't lie. They tell the true story of the business's financial health. Take your time, analyze the financials thoroughly, and don't rush this process. It's better to be thorough now than to regret it later. And don't be afraid to walk away if something doesn't smell right. Trust your instincts and the numbers. They are your best guide in this process. Alright, so we've talked about the numbers, but a business is more than just spreadsheets and financial statements. It's about people, systems, and operations. First things first, let's talk about the supply chain. Where does the business get its products or materials? Are they reliable? What happens if there's a disruption in the supply chain? Next up, let's meet the team. Who are the key employees? What are their skills and experience? And most importantly, are they planning on sticking around after the acquisition? Now let's take a look at the technology and systems. Is the business using outdated software or equipment? Are there any inefficiencies in the operations that could be improved? Remember, the devil is in the details. Don't be afraid to ask tough questions and dig deep into the operations. Alright, let's talk about something super important, the brand. A business without a strong brand is like a car without gas, it's not going anywhere. First things first, let's see what people are saying online. Head over to Google, Yelp, Trustpilot, anywhere customers leave reviews. Are the reviews mostly positive? Are there any recurring complaints? This will give you a good sense of the customer experience. Next up, let's check out their social media presence. Do they have a strong following? Are they engaging with their audience? How does this business stack up against its rivals? Do they have a unique selling proposition? What are their strengths and weaknesses? Remember, a strong brand is built on trust, quality and consistency. Make sure the business you're buying has all three. Alright, we're in the home stretch. We've analyzed the business, the industry, the financials, the operations, the works. Now it's time to bring all that analysis together and make some strategic decisions. This is where the rubber meets the road, and we start to see the fruits of our labor. Now it's time to put it all together and structure a deal that minimizes our risk and maximizes our ROI. This is the critical phase where we need to be meticulous and strategic. Every detail matters, and every decision can have a significant impact on the outcome. First things first, let's talk about seller financing. This is a powerful tool in deal structuring that can provide flexibility and reduce upfront capital requirements. This is where the seller agrees to finance a portion of the purchase price, usually in the form of a loan. It can be a win-win situation, providing the buyer with easier access to capital while giving the seller a steady income stream. It also shows that the seller believes in the business and its future potential. This confidence can be a reassuring signal to other stakeholders and can help in securing additional financing if needed. Next up, let's consider a performance-based deal, also known as an earn-out structure. This approach aligns the interests of both the buyer and the seller, ensuring that the business performs well post-acquisition. This is where a portion of the purchase price is contingent upon the business achieving certain performance milestones after the acquisition. It can be an effective way to manage risk and ensure that the business continues to thrive. Now let's talk about the post-purchase plan. This is a crucial aspect that often gets overlooked. Having a clear strategy for what you will do with the business once you acquire it is essential for long-term success. What are you going to do with the business once you acquire it? Do you have a plan to integrate it smoothly into your existing operations? How will you manage the transition period? Do you have a plan to grow revenue, cut costs, or expand into new markets? These are critical questions that need to be addressed to ensure the business's future success. Remember, buying a business is a negotiation. It's important to be prepared, know your limits, and be ready to make tough decisions. Don't be afraid to walk away from a deal if the terms aren't favorable. It's better to wait for the right opportunity than to rush into a bad deal. There are always other opportunities out there. Stay patient, stay focused, and keep your eyes on the prize. The right deal will come along, and when it does, you'll be ready to seize it. So there you have it, my friend. We've walked through the essential steps and strategies that can make a significant difference in your business acquisition journey. That's the exact framework I use to analyze business acquisitions and make sure I'm getting the best possible return on my investment. It's a methodical process that requires attention to detail and a strategic mindset. Remember, buying a business can be incredibly rewarding, but it's not for the faint of heart. It involves navigating through complex financial landscapes and making tough decisions. It takes hard work, dedication, and a willingness to put in the time to do your due diligence. You need to be prepared to dive deep into the financials, understand the market, and evaluate the risks involved. To help you with this, I've created a free downloadable due diligence checklist that you can use to guide you through the entire process. This checklist covers all the critical areas you need to examine before making a decision. Just click the link in the description below to grab your copy. It's a valuable resource that can save you time and help you avoid costly mistakes. If you found this video helpful, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us create more content that can assist you in your business endeavors. And be sure to let me know in the comments what your biggest concerns are when it comes to buying a business. Your feedback is invaluable and helps us tailor our content to your needs. I read every single comment and I'm always happy to help. Engaging with you all is one of the best parts of this journey. Until next time, stay safe and invest wisely. Keep pushing forward and never stop learning. Your success is just around the corner.